Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Alexia. Today I will be talking about whenever I first found out I was pregnant and the symptoms I had. When I first found out I was pregnant, I was around 6 weeks pregnant. I did not believe I was pregnant, and the reason to that was because I always had irregular periods, and also because me and my fiance Memo never used protection. And whenever I did have a few pregnancy scares, they would always come out negative. So that's the reason why I kind of like didn't think really that I could get pregnant. The person that actually guessed that I was pregnant was Memo, just because of the symptoms I had. Like, I just told him, I would always tell him my breasts were sore and I was feeling like a little bit of cramps, and I didn't think nothing of pregnancy. I just thought that I was going to start my period, just because, you know, I was really irregular. And every time I would feel like that, like little mini cramps or just like sore breast, that's whenever like I would just start my period. But he noticed that my breast did look a little bit more swollen, more kind of like bigger. And he just noticed like my symptoms, and he was like, "You're pregnant." And I was like, "No, I'm not pregnant." One night when I got home from work, I was really dizzy after my shower, really nauseous, and I guess because of all of that, I got an anxiety attack. And I got really scared. And when that happened, Mel was like, "You're pregnant." And I was like, "No, I don't think I'm pregnant. I just think I'm starting my period." It's like, "But since you keep saying that I'm pregnant, then I'll take a pregnancy test." So around like the next day, we went to go buy some pregnancy tests, and I took one right away, of course. And it came out to be positive, but I didn't think it was positive because it just showed a line and a little faint line, and I just didn't think it was positive. So I was like, "No, I just don't think it's right. I'm not pregnant." So I was like, "I'll just try again another day." So the next day, I took the second pregnancy test that came in the box, and again, it showed the line and the faint line. And I was like, "No, I'm not pregnant." I googled it, and it said that happens, and that it always shows like a line and a faint line. So I was like, okay. So I told my mom, I was like, "Let's just go to the store and get another pregnancy test." So we ended up getting the Clearblue pregnancy test. And we came home, and I took that pregnancy test. The first one I took didn't work, so I got the second one in the box, and I peed in a cup since the first one didn't work the way I did it. So I peed in a cup, and whenever I peed in the cup, I put the second pregnancy test inside the cup, and I waited a little bit because it was loading, and then it ended up saying pregnant. So I go up to Memo and I'm like, "Babe, I'm pregnant." And he was like, "I told you." And I was like, "I know." But I was like, I still don't believe I'm pregnant, so I'm gonna make an appointment. So I called the doctor, and they were like, "Well, we go based off of home pregnancy tests." And I was like, "Well, I really don't believe I'm pregnant because of the fact that I've always had irregular periods." And they were like, "Okay, well, we'll go ahead and just make your appointment." So they made an appointment, and it was like, I think it was like the next week or so. So I went in the next week, and my doctor, she was like, "So why do you think you're not pregnant?" And so I told her the same reason about the irregular periods, and I just never thought I could get pregnant, and we've just never used protection. And she was like, "Well, when's your last period?" And so I told her when my last period was. She was like, "Okay." She was like, "Well, I believe you're around 6 weeks pregnant." And I was like, "What?" Like, I still don't believe it. And she's like, "Okay." She was like, "Well, then go ahead, lay down and open your legs." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So I lay down, I opened my legs, and she put in like the little ultrasound stick thing. I'm not sure what it's called. But she put it, and there was my little bean, Santiago. Of course, that's whenever I was like, oh my goodness, my little baby. It was just a magical feeling. I was really blessed. God really blessed me with a beautiful baby boy, and that's really how I found out I was pregnant. In my next video, I do plan on talking about my birth story and putting in a little clip. I do have a video of my birth story, so if y'all want to go ahead and watch that, make sure to subscribe to my channel. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Thank you very much for watching.